Hey, what's up guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with another part of What If Naruto Was Turned Into a Girl. And yeah, uh, I know I posted the post that I'm not going to upload today. I just got mad that my data got deleted. I just recorded two parts of this series and another series of What If Naruto Was the Fifth Hokage, and both of them got corrupted. I was mad because both of them were almost finished stories, so yeah, I mean the parts were finished. Anyways, on to our story. Enough of my yipping yapping. Sakura stood in the doorway of Naruto's room. The following morning, she is gone home soon after Naruto went to her room. Oh, Naruto, she thought, seeing the blonde sleeping atop the bare bed. Anko was in there behind the blonde with a blanket over both of them. Anko had told her to just enter before she left last night. Maybe I should have stayed. Sakura thought, seeing the dried tear marks on the blonde's cheeks. Put the bat on, came the rough voice, causing Sakura to jump. She then saw Anko seeing her with her eyes open now. What? The rosette-haired girl asked again. Coffee. In the kitchen. Turn the pot on, Anko said, her voice scratchy. Sakura nodded and headed back the way she came. In the kitchen she checked and saw old grounds, so she dumped them and made fresh. And once she added the water and turned on the coffee maker, she got a mug down, hearing Anko moving about. Morning, Sensei, she said, and the woman waved her hand after coming out of the bathroom. Kurenai will be here in a couple of hours, and we're going to start teaching Naruto how to use feminine products and about her body. If you don't want to do that, I have a couple of scrolls to start you with, as well as the schedule for you to allow to get you in shape. Sakura saw them sitting on the counter and picked them up. I won't lie, girlie, you are nearly as messed up in Naruto. His was through the actions of others. You are because you worried more over a boy. Anko sat with her first cup of coffee while Sakura reading the outline of her training schedule. You're going to teach me your style? She asked, reading the basics of her taijutsu. Yes, Anko said, and Kurenai is going to help you with the genjutsu. Hell, Araki should have spoken to her after you graduated your genin test. Sakura was realizing how badly Kakashi was as a sensei and how much he favored Sasuke over them. Deciding a change was in order, she asked, how did Naruto sleep? Anko sipped her coffee. I won't lie, there were tears. Some swearing. She put a hole in the wall by the closet, where she hit it out of anger. Anko sighed. Sensei, about Naruto. I mean, we can't keep calling her that name, can we now? Why not? Anko asked. It's her name. Just because the wrappings changed, the mind is Naruto's. Remember, leave her name alone, Sakura. It's the only thing she got left, really. The pair were quiet while Anko finished the first cup of coffee and then started a second one. I'm going to shower. Let Nai-chan in when she gets here. Let Naruto sleep. She needs it after the day she had prior to this. Link break. Sakura did not know why, but she waited until she heard the shower before going to Naruto's room. She looked at the blonde, really looked, and saw the face without the metaphysical mask the blonde wore. She saw the pain and loneliness. I have so much to make up for you, Naruto. Breaking from her thoughts, she saw Naruto tossing in the beginning of a nightmare, and went and sat up on the edge of the bed. She ran a hand up and down the blonde's body. Shh, it's okay, Naruto. It's okay. You're safe, she said softly while rubbing the blonde's back like her own mother used to do for her when she was upset. Sakura sighed as the blonde calmed down, and she heard a knock. Getting up, she made it to the door as it opened and Kurenai stood there. Oh, Sakura, the red-eyed Jonin said. Anko's here? She's in the shower. Come in. Sorry I wasn't there to get the door. Naruto was. She bit her lip, not sure what she would reveal. Nightmares, she said, filling her up. Sakura nodded. Kurenai paused and closed her eyes. She used to get them. A lot. When she was younger. With what had happened, I'm not surprised they're back. Kurenai moved about the apartment with a hint of familiarity. She left her jacket over to the back of a chair and rapped on the bathroom door. Anko, I'm here. Sakura couldn't hear the response from where she was, but Kurenai made an affirmative noise and went to Naruto's room. Sakura followed, wondering that what the red-eyed Jonin of teammate was going to do in there. Link break. Sakura peeked around the door frame and saw Kurenai holding Naruto. The blonde girl was sobbing and clutching Kurenai tightly. "It's okay, Ruto. Nai-chan is here," she said soothingly. "No one will hurt you, ever again. Anko and I won't let that happen. Not this time, at least." Sakura was realizing there was much about her teammate that she didn't know. How he seemed to know all the Jonin senseis, his connection to the Hokage, not to mention the fact that he was a former container of the Kyuubi. That has caused the pink-haired girl to be really thoughtful of everything she'd seen growing up, and how the adults had treated Naruto over the years. And now this? Link break. Teaching Naruto how to use the feminine products they bought yesterday has been loud, and it was a good thing Anko didn't have neighbors with the amount of yelling the blonde was doing. And in he asks why all the time as well. Sakura thought as she nursed a bottle of water she and Anko had left as Kurenai was giving Naruto Konoichi lessons from hygiene to sex ed. Thank Kami I don't have to listen to that again, Sakura thought as she could imagine the blonde asking so many questions, but he never had anyone sit down and tell him this. Anko had gotten Sakura chakra weight and some for Naruto as well. While Naruto is getting a wider range, we are building on the knowledge you got from the academy. With the hippie style and the strength enhancements, you will be a very deadly Konoichi when we are done with you, Anko said with a smirk. Sakura could tell her new sensei was worried about the blonde, but they were told to stay away by Kurenai, who explained that this was going to be very embarrassing for Naruto as it was. Both of you are very important to him, as am I. I could let Ebiso do this, but Kurenai said it was a bigger sister's role to help the younger, and so Kurenai banished Anko from her own apartment and told her to start Sakura's training, and they would catch up to them when they were done. "Break's over, Pinky," Anko said. "Another 2 laps and then I'll show you the cooldown stretches." Sakura groaned as her body protested and wondered how Naruto was doing. Link break. Anko's apartment. There was silence, and that's what the tampon is used for, Kurenai said, a bit tired. Again silence. "Naruto, are you okay?" Kurenai looked at the shell-shocked blonde. That covered biology, sex education, and Kurenai finished it off with the use of the products that now lined the counter in Naruto's bathroom. Again silence. "Breathe, Naruto," Kurenai said, putting a hand on the blonde's forearm. "Why do women do this to themselves?" the blonde finally managed to ask. "Some of these products sounds vulgar. I won't use them." Kurenai smiled. She remembered Anko when they were younger saying the same thing. "You will," Kurenai said. "Your body is different now, Naruto. Some of these things will make you feel better. Others are just to make you smell nice, and some are for others to appreciate." The blonde folded her arms under her chest. "Well, I won't. I don't care what other guys thinks of me." And sticking that points at the tampon. "It just sounds nasty." Kurenai laughed. "I swear you spent way too much time around Anko before, because that is something she said when we were learning about the feminine hygiene products and the clothes." Naruto was gesturing at some of the things, bras and those things. Kurenai looked at the thongs and smirked. "Who picked those out?" "Anko and Sakura. Asuma ran away the minute Sakura held out the first bra," Naruto said. "I see you got bulk in sports bra," Kurenai said. "They were comfortable. The other ones looked like they would break in a fight or pinched." Kurenai nodded, understanding Naruto's problem, seeing the new girl with a large chest. "No, we'll begin the jutsu you'll need to know." Naruto turned red at some of them and had some ideas about the others. Link break. Konoha General Hospital. Kiba had not enjoyed the visit from his mother and sister. The lecture and scolding he got was nothing compared to what his mother threatened him to do. "If you misbehave like that, then it will be time to use the choke collar jutsu," she had said while he was bedridden. She had applied it. Hana waited till her mother left to speak with the doctor about Kiba's surgery when she rounded on him. Her claws had grabbed him by his hospital gown. "Damn good thing Naruto kicked your ass, little brother. Naruto is not the only fellow Leaf Nin, but he's been a dog friend since he was little. Trust me when I say that kennels are not quite with many of the dogs looking to have a few words with you." Kiba's eyes widened. Akamaru followed your orders, and while he's recovering, he's going to have to think if he wants to continue to partner with you. What? Naruto is a friend to the dogs. You remember how many times we'd find him in the kennels, petting the dogs and helping cleaning them up before you all started to academy. Kiba did remember. He remembered how he changed when he got to the academy and followed the other kids in being mean to Naruto, insulting him. Mother is finding out how Naruto is now, that he's been turned into a girl, and you can bet your ass that you will be making a formal apology in public and mean it. Kiba nodded. He's been thinking about that since Kurenai Sensei had visited last night. Mother is always also going to arrange for Naruto to visit the dogs and see if we can find her a companion to bond with. Why? Kiba said, shocked. Hana looked at him for a moment. This is Mother's decision as clan head. You have no say in this, Kiba, she said finally. Hana let him go and he winced as he fell back to the bed. Hana paced the room for a moment, then picked up his shirt and looked at it. She scanned it and whistled. Wow, she fucked you up? Good, not less. Kiba whimpered as he crushed testicles testified to the abuse they got, along with minor concussions, cracked ribs, and Hana continued. From what your sensei said, Naruto held back. What? No way, he's just a dead lost, Kiba said. She never showed her true potential, and you better get it in your head to remember Naruto is now a woman. And in the packing order of our pack, which is Konoha, if you're too stupid to remember that, she is alpha to you. Kiba slumped into the bed. She's right, Naruto owned her, even in class. Kiba started to think on how to apologize to Naruto, and she is hot, his mind thought. The twitch in his crotch told him thinking of Naruto like that is the wrong thing to do right now. Tazunimi Inizuka stood outside the apartment of Anko Mitarashi and hesitated. It had been several years since the blonde had come to the compound, but during his time growing up he had been accepted by her clan as a friend. Inizuka had always looked out for the blonde over the years. Minato would be so disappointed in the civilians. She thought over the numbers of times one of the dogs would come to fetch her or another to help the blonde when they found him beaten down. And now he's a girl. Tsunami felt for the child. He had a burden none in the village could live with. The Aburame come to the closest to know what it's like to have something inside of you and live with it. She remembered the first time when she had come across the blonde. He was 3 and it was a cold winter night. Flashback. Tsunami growled at the idiocy of council. She was walking back from a meeting that had lasted more than 4 hours, and it was now early 10 at night. The snow was falling, obscuring vision to a couple of feet. Kuromaru padded along beside her as her longtime companion. The two rarely were apart. Someone's ahead, probably someone else on the way home, she said. No, there's blood and pain. It's the fox. Tsunami growled. What's he doing out on this night? Isn't he supposed to be in the orphanage like the other children? The dog and master walked into the swirling snow as the wind picked on. Kuromaru forged ahead in the deepening snow. Tsunami trusted, his nose followed, and they entered an alley. And what she saw stopped her cold. Laying in the deepening snow in a freezing pool of blood was a body getting covered by snow. Small childlike body. Damn it! She hissed and dropped to her knees and rolled him over. She winced seeing the stab wounds. He's still alive, she said, feeling the pulse. He won't be if he's out here pretty much longer than he already is. Kuromaru growled. Nodding, she scooped him up and looked at her companion. Lead the way, Harry. She couldn't believe the idiot civilians. She looked at the pale child in her arms and prayed that they got back to the compound in time. End of the flashback. He panicked when he woke up a days later, alive and warm. She cursed the civilian council and Koharu and Hamura, blocking all the attempts at someone willing to adopt him. Well, the shit stops now, and I am doing what my sister wanted to do before she left and get him a partner. Tazunimi missed her sister Rin, the only Inuzuka in her generation not able to bond with a dog, ninja hound. And my idiot husband banished her from the family when she kicked his ass without a dog. Shaking her head, for the door opened, and she was face to face with Anko. What? The special Jonin demanded. I'm here to see Naruto, Tazunimi said. Anko narrowed her eyes at her. I'm not really impressed with your family right now. Neither am I. Kiba is Kiba will be making a public apology, trust me, and he will mean it. Tazunimi told her. Uncle blocked the doorway. I'm not, but she was cut off. A voice from the inside of the apartment came calling out. Let her in, Uncle Nechan. She's a friend. Uncle looked over her shoulder and Tazunimi could see her weighing the words and nodded. Stepping aside, Tazunimi entered and waited her hands at her side in an unthreatening manner. Hey. Tazunimi got her first good look at the new Naruto. Hey pup, she said softly. Naruto seemed to break and lunged forward. Tazunimi accepted her and hugged the blonde. Sheesh, I'm here. Sheesh? I think he meant shush. I'm here. Anyways, she stroked the blonde longer hair. Uncle voiced as the blonde she felt was her sibling being soothed by a woman that clearly was a mother figure. Link break. It was an hour of Tazunimi comforting the blonde before they could actually talk. Naruto told her about how it happened, the response from Kakashi, and what had happened during the preliminaries. Kiba is not getting off lightly, pup. Tazunimi said. The whole kennel is pissed at him, especially how he treats you since the academy began. She stroked the blonde's hair. So, the Hokage and Jiraiya confirmed that the fox is gone now, huh? She asked. Naruto nodded. Uchiha had the pervert run some series of tests on me. Uncle spoke up. They'd figured the fox tried a last-ditch effort and in the end merged with Naruto, with what the seal that the slimy bastard used that messed with the seal of the fourth created. I think so. Tazunimi nodded. Kurenai-sensei and Uncle Nechan have explained things. Tazunimi saw the look in the blonde's eyes and chuckled. And here Hana was looking forward to giving you the talk. Uncle laughed and Naruto shuddered. So, what brings you here before 8 a.m. on the Sunday? Uncle asked. I came to get Naruto a companion, Tazunimi said. Sad blonde looked up at her, blue eyes wide. Really? Yes. And with the fox gone, I think we'll be surprised. She kissed the blonde forehead. After you were born, when my sister had a mark placed on your foot. Naruto smiled as he remembered. Tazunimi explained to Uncle. Flashback. Why are you being so nice to me? A 5-year-old Naruto asked Tazumi as she sat him down and was teaching him how to read and write. Because my sister marked you as a friend. Nani? Tazumi gestured to his left foot. That mark on your heel. She watched as the blonde boy bent and contracted his body to get a proper look at the mark on his heel. She laughed as he rolled over. My sister knew your family, and no, I can't tell you who they were. It's a double-strength secret of the village. Those that do know can't tell. Naruto pouted. But I can tell you, my sister didn't mark you. It's done from the time to time. She was your godmother. Where is she? Why did she abandon me? Didn't she want me? The question came at a rapid-fire pace, as they usually did with the hyperactive blonde. Rin died shortly after you were born, on a mission to Kiri. If she had lived, you would have lived with her, I am sure. And never doubt, pup. The moment you were born, Rin loved you as if you were her own. On that day, Naruto learned that he had lived with Rin till her death. With that mark, you are a clan friend. Then came the heartbreaking of telling him that he could visit, but the civilian council prevented him from being adopted. Every time he came, it broke Tsunumi's heart when it was time for him to go. End of the flashback. So, can we? Naruto asked Uncle. We've been working hard all week. My chakra control is awesome. Uncle looked at the big blue eyes and knew that she couldn't deny the girl. Let me get dressed. Uncle Mok growled in annoyance. Tazunimi smiled. I'll even feed you. Uncle snorted. Your food bill will rise. Tazunimi smiled. I used to feed the pup here at least once a week. Naruto went to get ready, leaving Uncle and Tazunimi alone. Link break. How is she doing? Really? Tazumi asked as they heard the shower start in Naruto's room. She has moments, Uncle said. Seeing the look on Tazumi's face, she corrected her. Nothing from your brat. It's more the less stress from learning to be a girl when her mind is still locked in the male way. Tazumi sighed. When I heard that what Kiba did, it looked all my control to keep not only myself from doing something I'd regret, but I nearly unleashed the hounds on Kakashi when Kurenai told me how Hatake behaved. Uncle nodded. The old man made me promise not to do anything about the past, but now cry havoc and let slip the dogs of war. Tazunumi said with a very feral grin that Uncle matched. The message between the two women was clear. No one would harm the blonde any further. but they will be in for a treat. The two sipped a tea. Uncle looked at the older woman. So you tried to take him in as well? Yes, the damn civilian council blocked all attempts. Their excuses were lame, but the judge allowed it. She sighed, and by the time he entered the academy, he had been living alone for so long. She lost in her thought. Uncle nodded, knowing what she was feeling. I moved her in here for protection. The Kaki wouldn't admit it, but she is vulnerable, both physically and mentally. Tsunami growled. Anyone tries what Kiba did during the exam and there won't be enough to use a sponge to wipe you. I am serious, Uncle. I was ready to kill my own son for what he did. Uncle swallowed. I heard some of the other Konoichis talking when I've been out on duty or getting groceries, she said softly. Your son might very well need to go abroad to find a wife when he's older. That's if the Konoichi leave him with a manhood. I think Naruto solved that, Tsunami admitted. The doctor managed to save his testicles, but it's going to be some time before he's able to use them. Probably. Tsunami chuckled. She really stomped him. Good. Anko nodded. She's been there watching as the blonde had to be pulled off while kicking Kiba's ball in for his threatening of rape. Excusing herself, Anko went to get ready. I got to see this, she said, and Tsunami smiled. The kennels are eager to see Naruto. She made friends with all the dogs in the kennel. She really is a gentle soul. There's one thing I hope that didn't break in this whole new fiasco. Link break. Konoha General Hospital. Hinata entered Kiba's room. She spent the whole week being verbally ambassaded by her father about how weak she was. She looked at her teammate. He'd just been brought back after surgery and wasn't awake. Making her decision, Hinata activated her Byakugan and stepped further into the room. The door closed with a click behind her. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this part of, guys. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, this is going to be a single upload today, and yeah, tomorrow is going to be a triple upload, so stay tuned for that. Tomorrow I will be uploading the political marriage, the fifth Hokage, and yeah, I guess the Iron Man part next. Anyway, this is Apollo Uchiha and I'm signing out.